going on, everybody? You're probably tuning in right now. Maybe you're on the replay for this. I will be up in just a moment. There we go. What's up, gang? We are live. We are live on Twitch, Sportscaster. Of course, we are live on YouTube. I'm going to be live for a little while talking about Sunday Night Football slate. There is $200,000 on the line in this Showdown slate. There will be people to win that whole thing by themselves here and there throughout the season. Wild first day in the NFL for sure. Obviously, like every second something happens in the NFL, the more and more Twitter advances and more users. It's just it's a hype fest on Twitter right now. Lamar Jackson balling out, Sammy Watkins balling out, John Ross balling out, all these receivers just dominating. DJ Shark with like 150 yards on 4 catches. You had A.J. Brown, the rookie, having 100 yards on 3 catches, going very unnoticed. Everybody balling out right now in the NFL. Mark Ingram over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. So what's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. We're going to be chatting. Hey, Sal, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Hunter Kelly, having a fantastic day. The stream earlier, we hit 540 live people on the stream before lock. That was fascinating. That was outstanding. This channel is growing at amazing rates, so thank you all so much. Today, in terms of cash, yeah, I didn't have Lamar Jackson or Christian McCaffrey in cash, so I'm still waiting to see what happens. Chris Carson having a nice game in the cash lineup. It seems like there might be a small loss. I have to see at the end of it. I've been checking cash lineups like once every hour or so. It seems like it's breaking even / we'll see with the 4 o'clock game slate. 4 o'clock game slate has been going very well. Phillip Rivers in there, some Eckler and some Mack. But yeah, if you didn't have Christian McCaffrey and or Lamar Jackson in your cash lineup, which were very popular cash plays, you're struggling. And I didn't have either of them. I went with Mahomes, which was probably the best next option at 30 points. And then my cash running backs were Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, who are doing both fine, very fine, 20 plus for each. Dalvin Cook pushing 30. And then Leonard Fournette was my other cash running back. He had a decent game, just sadly for him, it was a negative pace environment pretty much the whole game. Nick Foles going out, though, really didn't impact that. Minshew looked pretty good when he was in there. So, couple things, actually. I mean, I might as well, while I'm here, we can look at some of the games. I see another touchdown. Colts tied it up. Who scored? Who scored for the Colts? We'll get into the Sunday night slate. I'll answer questions. TJ Hawkinson's the rookie with a touchdown. I mean, this kid's looked pretty good, right? I know he has a couple catches right now. 5 for 124. I saw he had 3 at one point. Oh, my God. I'll tell you one thing. Dak looks fantastic. Dak and that team overall, the team stack today with Dallas is just fantastic. T.Y. Hilton, another tutty from Brissett. Damn. Yeah, so it just doesn't stop. What is Hilton's overall stats at today? I mean, everybody's going off. And then it's going to be overreaction, 8 for 87 and 2. That's great on 9 targets. I mean, everybody's going off. Everybody's going to overreact to this as they always do. Just remember the biggest improvements and biggest changes for teams come from week 1 to week 2. I'm expecting that from teams like such as like the Rams. The Rams had a terrible offensive performance today, and they still won on the road against Carolina. Carolina also had a terrible offensive performance in terms of Cam Newton's accuracy outside of Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is just a goddamn monster. Fantastic. All right, let's see who's all in here. Tim Johnson, what's up? What's going on, Serv? How you doing? Hey, Sal. Time to win some big money. Best captain option? I like Connor. What's going on, Muscles? Yeah, I'm going to be very much off of Juju in the Showdown slate. I'm going to kind of take a stand and not play Juju. Again, I'm not playing 150 lineups. I'll probably play 1 to 3 lineups on this Showdown slate, depending on how the afternoon slate goes. But the afternoon slate right now for cash and single entry 3 maxes, the lineups are looking good. So I'll probably take a stab at 1 Showdown lineup or something. I'm not going to be playing Juju, at least not a captain, probably not at all. Boom, tied it up. I was here for the stream, LOL. Yeah, what's going on, Hunter? How about Lamar Jackson? Yeah, Lamar Jackson, oh my God, the guy just went phenomenal. He threw 20 times and had 5 touchdowns. I mean, he was like barely on the field. His wide receivers were on the field for like 15 snaps each because like they didn't need to be on the field. Just quick strikes. Keep in mind, though, Robert Griffin III did come in. He threw the touchdown to Mark Andrews. People are going to go all hype fest about Mark Andrews, as you should to an extent. Like he saw more snaps today. He had 100 yards with Lamar Jackson out there, but Jackson didn't throw him the touchdown. I'm in the 97% for NFL Pick'em. I don't know what that means, Matthew, but that sounds pretty good. Ty, TD, and Mac 2-point conversion. Hey, Mac with a 2-point conversion. I don't have Ty, which is worrisome in the afternoon slate, but I do have Mac. I saw the 49ers the 49ers Tampa Bay game, the trap game of the week. I saw that was stinking. Tampa Bay, I think they had a touchdown. T.Y. Hilton scored. I cashed with Lamar Jackson, Cook, and Ravens D. Yeah, Ravens D did well. Cook obviously did well. Was a fantastic cash play without a doubt. And Jackson was the guy that I was really tinkering with. Him and Patty Mahomes. It was easy to get to Patty Mahomes. I tinkered with him. Got away from Jackson. Got to Pat Mahomes. It costs you in cash for sure. What, 15 points? Wait, how many points did Lamar Jackson have? It couldn't have been 15. That can't be that much. He had 5 touchdowns. So that's 20 right there. I don't even think that he had to throw for 300 yards, right? There was just so many guys on that team with like 140 yards. So, yeah, he probably had – that's crazy. He probably had like 35 points. So Patty Mahomes wasn't that bad, I guess. Sal, who's a good MVP for FanDuel Showdown? Honestly, Ray McDonald. I don't play FanDuel. I know that they have a very odd Showdown slate or format with like a star, an MVP, and whatever. That just makes it so much tougher. Like, just play on Draftkings where you only have to get one lucky pick in terms of who's the guy you need in one spot. Like, ranking 3 guys and then having to get just random spots is just so hit or miss. You really helped me out turning me on to Mark Ingram. Did I turn you on to Mark Ingram? Yeah, I mean, the overall workload there was going to be immense, and I wasn't expecting quick targets on offense, like quick drives, when they had a couple of really long touchdown passes, 2 to Hollywood Brown, 1 to Willie Snead. Hopefully that helped. I had Dak and McCaffrey and Watkins in cash. Yeah, Dak was my cash game quarterback for the first look lineup. He got away from it just because I was kind of murky on Zeke at that point, and really I didn't really analyze it for cash, but Dak is just balling right now. That offense is going to be so good this year with Kellen Moore. There's a lot of positive vibes coming out of it. This is not me overreacting to what I'm just watching on TV. If you watched me all week long, I was kind of hinting that the Dak and Dallas stacks were very good. I'm not a cash or I'm not a GPP heavy player. If I would, I probably would have had a lot of exposure to the Rams today, which would have stunk, and then I would have had a lot of exposure to Dallas, which would have worked well. Ravens played the Finns. Don't get too excited. Yeah, I mean, yeah. A. Olsen, the Ravens playing the Finns narrative and that they're a bad team or whatever, I think that that's a bunch of baloney if you're going to say that they blew them out, meaning that don't give them credit for it. Like, Lamar Jackson clearly is not going to throw a touchdown on every 4 attempts. He only had 3 rushes because he didn't need to be on the field that long. He was so efficient in terms of his touchdown percentage. It was 25% in that game. That's not going to continue to happen. So, yeah, that's definitely something people are going to overhype. But you can't just say, oh, they played the Dolphins. Like, what if they would only put up 10 points against the Dolphins? Then it's like, oh, this team stinks. So, like, it's a lose-lose for the Ravens because they dropped a 50 burger on somebody's head. No, I mean, they played really well. It doesn't matter what team you play. If you score 50 on them in an NFL game, that's pretty impressive. Lamar Jackson looked impressive. Hollywood Brown looked impressive. They said that they were going to run less with Jackson. Jackson said, you're going to be surprised by the offense we run out there. It seemed to be an offense where just run really fast, beat the defender, and we're going to throw you a bomb. I'm going to show you that I can throw the ball deep. Interesting so far. Again, very small attempts. 17 to 20, I think he was. Edelman at captain, question mark? Yeah, Edelman's a really good captain option. So, yeah, let's get into this slate. Let's talk showdown slate, says Aaron. Yeah, definitely we can. Thomas inactive tonight, by the way. So Demaryius is inactive. Yeah, that's what I figured would happen. He was questionable. So we can just update this in these notes. Not that it matters too much for anybody else, but just for my own peace of mind, he is out. Do you like James White at all tonight? I'm going to be avoiding James White. I imagine people are going to get to James White because they saw he had the big preseason. I'm going to be avoiding a lot of the outside wide receivers for the Steelers. Juju against Stephon Gilmore is not great. The Patriots have very good outside cornerbacks. They struggle in the slot. They struggle, if anything, they struggle in the slot in defending the tight end compared to the outside. I like Vance McDonald a lot because of that. I think Ryan Switzer is going to be on the field for a big chunk of this game. Dante Moncrief on the outside, Juju Smith-Schuster on the outside, I do not have as much interest in. And people are going to just hop all over James Washington thinking that this guy is going to go out there and have 100 yards just like he did in the preseason. He's like the number 4 wide receiver on this team right now. He's behind Ryan Switzer, who's number 3, the slot receiver. He's not going to have anywhere near as many snaps. Now, the Steelers obviously like to throw the ball, but Vance McDonald won't come off the field. So in terms of getting Washington on the field, he's going to have to come in and compete with pretty much Dante Moncrief if they're not in 4 wide spread or sets. So yeah, there's not a lot of upside in terms of his snaps. I'm not going to be getting to James Washington today. I believe I have James Washington as a no for my interests. Yeah, he's a no for my interests, and he still is. What's going on, Rhythm Beast? How you doing? I saw your DM earlier. Hopefully, whatever I answered, I don't remember. I had so many questions today. Hopefully, they helped. Also, if you are a Patreon, all of the usage in terms of pass attempts for even the backup quarterbacks who came in today, and Minshew and Griffin for like 6 attempts, and whoever came in Matt Moore, I believe, in KC. But all of the usage in terms of pass attempts, and the main thing, targets and touches in the backfield, all of that is up on Patreon for every single player from the games that are over in the early slate from Thursday night's game. The rest will be up sometime tomorrow. And also, every single target, every single reception, their yardage, everything. Every single stat for a player is up. I did not pull those off websites. I manually typed them all in. I'm going to try and find a way to pull them, but I think it helps me manually typing them all in just to kind of recap what happened. But everything is up for the early slate. Gotta go. Good luck. Yeah, no problem. Do you like James Washington? So no. Thoughts on Juju, Ben, Washington, Gordon, White, Gostkowski. So Matthew names the whole entire slate tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Don't have much interest in Juju. I get it. He's a fantastic player. Hey, Neil Roy, thank you for hitting me with the follow on Sportscaster. Yeah, let me get my phone up so I can see the comments on Sportscaster quickly. Neil Roy, how's it going? Joining the broadcast. We're streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Sportscaster right now, so that's good. We got it up on Sportscaster. Yeah, Juju, look, he's a fantastic player. He's probably going to see 10-plus targets tonight, so there's no reason that you can't get to him. I'm not paying captain price for Juju. Maybe you put him in your flex spot, but he's going to be the spot that I kind of get away from, hoping to see less ownership. He's going to be – Stephon Gilmore will be on him. Bill Belichick does take out your number one option. He did it last year with Juju. He targeted Juju. He put Stephon Gilmore on him on shadow treatment. Juju had 4 catches on 10 targets for 40 yards. That's not enough to win a showdown slate. I'm not saying that repeats, but I imagine Bill Belichick does the exact same thing. Still no Bell, obviously. Wasn't there last year either, but now no Antonio Brown. So I don't have much interest in Juju. Do not have much interest in James Washington for the same reasons. He's not going to be on the field as much. He's the 4th wide receiver on this team, behind Ryan Switzer, behind Dante Moncrief, behind Juju. Snap percentage will be low. He'll be on the field for 4 wide receiver sets, and then after that, not too much. Gordon is fine. Josh Gordon is fine on the outside. I like Edelman more. In the slot, James White is okay, but Sony Michel's not going to come off the field that much. Sony Michel is going to be on every first and second down role, unless they're down big, which I do not expect in this game. And then Sony Michel will stay on the field for some third down work. Definitely short distance, and he's been catching the ball more as well. James White's still a valuable piece to that offense, so he'll have snaps. I probably stay away from it. I like Sony Michel a lot more. Gostkowski, he's a kicker. If you want to get to a kicker, you can. There's really not much to say. You're happy with 6-7 points, but really you need a 10-point game for a kicker to be needed. Big Ben. So quarterbacks in this game, you don't really need one. In my opinion, you don't. Tom Brady, you don't need him. I think they'll be run heavy with Sony Michel. Steelers did improve in their run defense, especially in the second level in the draft, and slowly improved last year, but still some injuries there. And then Big Ben would be the quarterback I would get to if I had to pick one, because I think they'll be playing from behind a decent amount. DK Captain Michel. Yeah, he's fine there. Sony Michel's fine in the captain spot. Oh, the Ravens are good, just not that good, says Olsen. Yeah, definitely. What do you think about the defenses? So defenses, yeah, I'm probably not getting to one. Patriots, if anything, Big Ben will make mistakes. They'll probably get pressure on Big Ben, but I'm not getting to a defense right now. I don't think this is a defense or kicker game, to be honest with you. Gostkowski is clearly an elite kicker. Honestly, both sides of this have good kickers, but I'm probably not going to get to the kickers here. This game, I'm going to be targeting middle-of-the-field options, really for both teams. Julian Edelman, I'll be targeting the middle-of-the-field options for the Steelers in terms of Vance McDonald and Ryan Switzer, and then the running backs on both teams seem very good, and then you can take your chances. Josh Gordon seems okay on the outside. And that's it. I'm not getting cute. I'm not playing Ryan Izzo for $200 today. I only have him as an X, a maybe, because people are going to want to get to him. So I'm not playing Ryan Izzo. Can somebody send me the link? Can somebody send me the link on Twitter, or I guess I can just send it to myself. Let me just go to my own YouTube channel right now, so I could just say live when we're on Twitter and just tell people that we're here. Let me just do this quickly, and I'll answer the rest of the questions for sure. How many people are watching? Can somebody $2,400 on the table left over? Is that too much? No, not too much at all. That's actually really good. I would be fine with that. I think if you're playing, come hang. All right, that should be live. There we go. 107 people are in here. Man, you all make this so fun. I remember every single time I would go on a stream, there'd be like maybe 20. Now it's an automatic 100, y'all. Thank you for Michael L for letting me know. Thank you, Tyler, for letting me know. Ryan Izzo? Yeah, no, Matthew, no Ryan Izzo for me. Does anybody know the update in terms of what Matt Lacoste is looking like right now? I imagine we're going to get inactives for this game any second. The game starts at 8:15. They should be out then. If it's 8:30, they're coming out like right now anyways. Is anybody want to hit on Twitter? And I guess I can look right here. Anybody know what the inactives look like for this game? Who is a good captain option? What's going on, Italian Stallion? What's going on, Chris? I will answer those questions in a second. I just want to look at the inactives for the Patriots tonight. Who's the Patriots beat writer? I can't remember his name. Let's just do this. We'll find him. No inactives. Steelers, Patriots inactives. Reaction. Okay, here we go. So among Patriots, 7 inactives tonight. Here's the whole list. Is this updated? It has to be. Okay, so running back Damian Harris. Okay, no Demaryius Thomas. Damian Harris is actually inactive. That makes sense, right? You have more running backs in front of him. So Matt Lacoste is playing, so definitely no Izzo now. Steelers inactives anywhere. These are just Patriots. Okay, cool. So yeah, Izzo is definitely not in play now. Matt Lacoste, I still don't have interest in, to be honest with you. He'll probably be a red zone decent target, but nothing that I'm trying to play with my money in Showdown. So Izzo, no longer an interest at all. Matt Lacoste is going to be in. Does not say he's inactive. Okay, here we go. Let's see. How's it going, Big Mo? What are you doing over there? You're on Twitch. What's up, man? How do you like Josh Gordon at captain? Josh Gordon at captain is fine. I would probably go to 3, maybe 4 other spots before that. I haven't looked into the slate too much. I'm sure nobody has, with the main slate being before this. But right now, I probably, at captain, if I had to give you like my biggest interest at captain, taking into account upside, Sony Michel, James Conner, and Julian Edelman, they seem like the best options at captain. Sony Michel is going to get every single goal line opportunity, really every single red zone carry, every first and second down carry. He will have more pass catching work this year. $8,000 is way too cheap for Sony Michel's role in this offense. He looked fantastic in the preseason Week 3 game, albeit limited touches, but he looked really good. Julian Edelman, there's not much to say. Julian Edelman and Sony Michel should each be like $1,000 more expensive. Their prices are broken here. James Conner should be, based on Vegas, he's going to be in a negative game script, but he's a pass-catching running back, so I'm not too worried about that. But Julian Edelman, I expect somewhere around 10 targets from him in the slot, especially because AB can't play tonight. So yeah, Julian Edelman, Sony Michel, and then probably James Conner as my 3 favorite captain options. Vance McDonald as sort of a punt-type captain, and I don't mean like punt, like just risk it all. Like a guy that you wouldn't expect to be captain, but has that upside. He'll be on the field for every single snap. He'll be utilized in the middle of the field where the Patriots' defense is the weakest, if anything. Hopefully that helps. I didn't think Josh Gordon was allowed to play. Signed too late? No. Josh Gordon has been a Patriot. He got taken off of... Nicholas, you're thinking of AB. AB's not playing. Antonio Brown's not playing. Josh Gordon has been a Patriot. He got cleared to play after being on the commissioner's list or the banned list from the league. He got reinstated in the league like a month ago. They say Josh Gordon is going to be limited, but I find it very hard to believe he actually is limited because they don't have wide receiver depth. Like, obviously, now they do with AB, but for this game tonight, because Antonio Brown can't play, they have Julian Edelman, they have Josh Gordon, they have Philip Dorsett, then they have it's just Jacoby Myers. I think the Patriots only have 4 active wide receivers unless they bring somebody up from the practice squad last second. Josh Gordon is supposed to be limited in terms of working his way back into game shape, not game shape, but like actually up to speed. I can't see them limiting him though. If they do, Philip Dorsett and Jacoby Myers should be seeing a lot of the field. So it seems like the Patriots only have 4 active wide receivers tonight, unless they're going to pull somebody off the practice squad, like Gunner. I don't even think he's on the Patriots anymore. No, they cut him. I don't know. I think it's just 4 people. Who are good captain options? Okay, cool. We got more questions coming. Okay, cool. Yeah, we do. Okay. Should I go to one of the quarterbacks? Okay, so Ryan says FanDuel captain. Honestly, man, I don't play FanDuel all that much at all, and I definitely don't play their Showdown format. It's terrible. You have to like pick 3 different spots. So I don't know. I don't know on FanDuel. I'm just talking Draftkings right now. Sorry about that. Should I go on one of the quarterbacks as a flex player, or should I stay with running backs or inside the wide receivers? So the wide receiver and running back as your captain, it wins about 78% of the time in Showdown. So that's where I would go. Especially in this game when it doesn't seem like a defense or kicker is needed. Definitely never a kicker in the captain, but it doesn't seem like a defense is needed. These quarterbacks are not rushing upside quarterbacks, so I don't think a quarterback is needed. There's a chance a tight end could be the captain here. Like I said, Vance McDonald, a very outside chance. I think the realistic captains are Julian Edelman or Sony Michel, James Conner after that. So I think those are the 3 that I would focus on at the captain spot. In terms of quarterbacks for the flex position, I would only go to Big Ben just because he should be playing from behind, and his running back is more of a pass catcher. His primary running back, or at least can catch the ball, and they're supposed to be playing from behind. So that benefits him. Sony Michel is primarily a running back in terms of just rushing. He is going to be catching the ball more this year, but I think Tom Brady hands off a lot more than Big Ben does tonight. But either way, I'm not really too interested in either quarterback. If I had to pick one, it would be Big Ben. Steelers pretty healthy. I don't know about the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots just seems like Demaryius Thomas is not active, and Damian Harris, the running back out of Alabama, which is kind of expected. Okay, so here's the inactives for... Okay, so Zach Gentry for the Steelers is inactive. That's nothing major. He was just a tight end that was decent in the preseason. Josh Dobbs, the quarterback, that makes sense. Mason Rudolph is going to be the backup tonight. Okay, I appreciate that unknown element. Thank you. Holding on to 3rd in the mini-max right now. Overtime in Indian LC is a help, LOL. Chris Brown, you're in 3rd place in the mini-max? What is that? What is that, like a 10? Is that like 10K to first? What is that? Damn. That's awesome. You said middle of the field receivers, Edelman and who? No, so Gentry's. I want middle of the field receivers on the Patriots. Edelman, though, for the Patriots, or on the Steelers. Edelman for the Patriots is fine, but on the Steelers, I like Ryan Switzer, their primary slot receiver, and I like the tight end Vance McDonald. The Patriots are very good on the outside at cornerback. Juju and Dante Moncrief should struggle. Big Ben, though, is going to throw deep to the outside in this game. So keep that in mind. He's not going to just funnel it to the middle of the field and Connor. Like, he will throw deep in this game. He'll test the matchups that Juju have against Gilmore. So there's always upside, of course, with Juju or Dante Moncrief. I just like the volume in the middle of the field. Vance McDonald will also kind of run seams down the middle of the field as well. You were right on with Dak. I appreciate that. I was wrong about some players, of course. People getting in my mentions about my takes on Todd Gurley. Look, Todd Gurley had 15 touches for 101 yards. He didn't get in the end zone because he didn't get the goal line touches in Malcolm Brown's rotations, whatever the hell they were doing out there. But yeah, Todd Gurley was not a terrible GPP option in hindsight, and he actually was effective. If he gets in on one of those 2 touchdowns, totally different story. Of course, if, then, and but. But no, yeah, I mean, Dalvin Cook, my takes on him were still fine. It was just that the ownership I thought was high. I still played him in cash. He was my cash running back. But yeah, Dak is a monster. Has Dak done anything else? I saw he had the 4th touchdown. I saw he threw like a 60-yard pass to Gallup. I saw they were just balling out. Anything changing anywhere right now? Okay, so how'd the Chargers just win, Chris? Chris, you said that you were waiting on that game to end. It just ended. What happened? Was it my boy? Eckler had 3 tutties today? Holy shit, everybody was going off today. Jesus Christ, man. Can my boy Saquon get in the end zone? My poor man Saquon from my boy Penn State. Damn. How many people are watching right now? Did we hit like 100 still? That's crazy that many people are watching this. You like Moncrief at lowest ownership? Nah. So Moncrief is actually going to be interesting because, yeah, he doesn't have much buzz, but he's the number 2 receiver on this team. Washington has a lot of buzz. Everybody knows that Juju's the number 1 here. Washington because of the preseason. James Conner clearly had a good season last year. Seems to be going to be a workhorse again. There was rumors of him being a running back by committee. Nothing in the preseason, nothing in camp held to that. If you were paying attention, I don't think Jalen Samuels is going to get many touches at all in this game. But with that said, yeah, Moncrief on the outside should have lower ownership because he's been really no hype around his name. He has the better matchup than Juju, who should be seeing Stephon Gilmore shadow treatment. But Bill Belichick has kind of canceled out Moncrief in the past, if you've looked at it. He doesn't target him like he's the number 1 receiver, but he knows how to stop him. He's put cornerbacks on him in a way that really halt Moncrief's production and kind of eliminate him as well. So that's why I'm really focusing on the middle of the field for the Steelers to weapons tonight. You like some FanDuel captain? I don't do FanDuel. My bad, Brown. Yes, my bad. Yeah, so Brown. Yeah, no, he can't play tonight. Crazy to go with no quarterbacks? I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy. So a lot of the times you need one quarterback in your winning lineup because there's a very good chance a quarterback's going to score like 12 to 14 points, and usually that's needed, right? Usually you have to secure any double-digit scorers in the lineup. So I am leaning on Ben Roethlisberger. I haven't built any lineups yet. I'm going to have to get in there very soon and build a lineup. But I am leaning on Ben Roethlisberger. I'll probably stay live for another 15 minutes, by the way. Dorsett, question mark? Dorsett's fine. I would much rather, like, he's the deeper option, right? He's a nice GPP option because he sort of is still a burner. I think he left those years in Indianapolis. And Tom Brady did look his way in the preseason, but also keep in mind, not a lot of guys played in the preseason. No Gordon, clearly no AB, and Dorsett got a lot of targets. So Dorsett's a fine play as well. Any interest in Rex Burkhead? No interest in Rex Burkhead at all. Steelers' best wide receiver to play. Best wide receiver is probably, for me, it is Ryan Switzer. You thinking of fading both QBs? Thinking about it, but I probably get to one of them, honestly. Thanks, buddy. You're the best, bro. Yeah, thank you, Tyler Griffin. Room is at 125. Hey, if you're watching this right now for some content tonight on the Showdown slate and you've gotten any value as of right now, hit the subscribe button. What are you doing? This is free content. I'm just sitting in a green screen in the dark in my house with a ring light in front of me for free. So you can hit that button. Earlier, we had about 4 or 5 people donate to the channel, so I appreciate that. If you do want to donate to the channel, if you feel any need to, it is possible on this channel, whether you're watching on Twitch or if you're watching on Sportscaster or even YouTube now. The Super Chat dollar icon where you can type in the chat, that allows you to donate to the channel if you would like. Michelle at captain, Connor, Edelman, McDonald, Gordon, Switzer. If that's your lineup, it sounds okay. Yeah. You just have to make sure that there's correlation, right? Leave money on the table. That's always my rule, at least in my opinion. I want to win the whole damn thing. I don't want to split 50th place with 2,000 people and win $10, right? Obviously, that's an extreme example, but something like that. Make sure there's correlation with what you're doing. Like, okay, so where was that person's lineup? He said he put Michelle in the captain, Connor, Edelman, McDonald's, Gordon, Switzer. So here's the thing: if you have Sony Michelle in your captain spot, and then you have Connor and Edelman. Or you have, it just doesn't correlate in my opinion there. Like, you have a lineup where you have Sony Michel in your captain, then you have Gordon and Edelman. So how are they going to both have a big enough game that one of them isn't needed in the captain, but still Michel is feasting enough to be the captain, in my opinion? It seems rough. I don't know how to explain it, but like if you're putting Michel in the captain spot, you should probably have Big Ben in your lineup, because if Michel is doing very well, it means they're probably ahead. He's running a lot. He has rushing touchdowns, which means Big Ben on the other end is going to have to throw the ball more to his receivers. So like having a Michel captain lineup without a Big Ben seems a little bit soft and not possible, at least correlation-wise to me. Eckler just scored the winning touchdown. Thanks. No problem, Gentry. What do you think of Jalen Samuels in the flex? I think it's too cute. I think Jalen Samuels sees like 4 to 5 touches tonight. If you think he gets in the end zone on 1 or 2 of those, so be it. But I think it's way too cute. 127. Wow. Doncrief, Moncrief, or McDonald? McDonald. You were teaching me to be more process-driven and not results-driven, says Malefant Elephant. Can you explain on that? I appreciate that. That's a compliment. But what do you mean by more process-driven? Are you like looking at what you did and analyzing it? Because I think that's good, instead of just, oh, I won money today, yay. But maybe you won it because you got lucky, or maybe you lost, but it was just you still had the right process. Things like that. Who should I put as my captain? Man, Eric Pitts comes in with the who should I put as my captain, build my lineup for me take. I gave some captain options that are interesting. I like, in terms of captain options, Edelman, Sony Michel, then James Conner, and then probably Vance McDonald. I think Ryan Switzer is a sneaky captain option, but he's going to rely a lot on volume, makes a better flex play. Switzer's definitely in play. Italian Stallion, that's what I'm looking at now. All right, Colts 24, 30, Head Chopper, winning FanDuel, Millie. I don't know who Head Chopper is. Sony as a captain, yeah, Sony as a captain's fine. Worried about Pittsburgh run defense to play Michel at captain? No, I'm not worried about that at all. I think Michel has definitely viable captain upside. Pittsburgh's run defense is going to be improved. They're still dealing with some injuries, but they're going to feed Michel. Michel very well could see 25 touches tonight. And here's the big thing. You're not playing Michel for his 25 just touches in the middle of the field. You're playing him for his 5 to 8 red zone touches, because the Patriots will be in the red zone. And if you could secure a 2-touchdown game out of Sony Michel, any 2-touchdown game at all is going to be a captain. Just get that straight. And he's probably the guy who has the best 2-touchdown upside tonight. Red Fish, what's going on? How was your day? How's your day, Nick? Says, love the evening Showdown slate, Sal. Thanks, man. Yeah, no problem at all. I'm not going to be doing a lot of Sunday night Showdown first looks or live before locks, I guess you can say, like this. I will be doing Thursday and Monday night, though. Not Sunday night. Sunday night, this is just kind of a special occasion in terms of the girlfriend's still at work, and I don't got much to do because I finished the Targets and Touches Patreon article. If you're interested, I do have a Patreon, exclusive content. Every single player's target and touch and all their stats from the earlier games has been uploaded onto Patreon already. The 4 o'clock games and the Sunday night game will be uploaded tomorrow. Other than that, Monday Night Football video should be coming out later today / early tomorrow morning. There's a 2-game slate tomorrow. I'll probably target that instead of the Monday night slate, and then I'll just go live for the Monday night slate tomorrow night. There's a 2-game slate with a pretty decent prize pool to first. I think it's like $250K. All right, what do we got in here? So what will be the best captain option? I gave you like 4 options. You like Ryan Switzer. What will he get for fantasy points? I don't have any projections for this game tonight. Or I do. I use some external ones, like 3 or 4 different sites for showdowns. But I don't know. He's going to have targets in the middle of the field. He probably sees 6 targets in the middle of the field. No James Washington. I don't have interest. Should you have Wyatt and Michel in the same lineup? You don't have to. And Connor too. None of them. You don't need to have those guys paired together. It's not like it's a group. It's a showdown slate. Big Ben captain. I don't want Big Ben in the captain. Thoughts on Vance McDonald? He's a very good option. Middle of the field for the Steelers is probably where they attack tonight. I mean, not second-guessing my process based on results. Have a process and stick to it. Like, for instance, not punting tight end and not spending up on defense. Yeah, I think that's a good process. I think you could always reevaluate your processes. But, like, look, week 1, people are going to say, oh, I should have punted tight end. Like, I gave you the tight ends that if you wanted to punt, they were okay. Like, Austin Hooper was okay. We said that, 3,200. Delaney Walker was okay, 3,500. Those were your punt options. They did fine today. But your pay-up options were also fine. Kelsey had like 3 catches for 88 yards. Evan Ingram scored a touchdown, right? Got Vance as my captain. Yeah, he's okay. Everyone trying to get free money without the work or research, says Bama. Yeah, I mean, if I could give you free money, I would. Like, I wouldn't be... I would just be winning showdown slates. You can't just win showdown slates. Like, I'll be honest with you. You have to enter 150 lineups probably if you want to win. Like, tonight, you're probably going to lose the showdown slate. I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm saying that to be realistic. But if you try and do different things and look at correlation, you give yourself a better chance to at least min cash, and then maybe you get yourself a sweat, and then maybe you're the very lucky person who knocks it down. But just coming in here and going, I'm gonna put like Sony Michel in the captain, not play Big Ben on the other side or any of his receivers, and just put 4 Steelers or 4 Pittsburgh or 4 Patriots in, and then I'll put like James Conner. It makes no sense. find correlation. If you're putting a running back in the captain spot, the other team's quarterback and some wide receivers better be in your lineup. It only makes sense. If Sony Michel is in the captain, he probably has a couple touchdowns or he's running all over the Steelers, which means that they're giving him the ball because they're probably ahead or at least in a neutral situation, which means that the opposing team's quarterback and receivers are still going to be either relied on heavily or relied on in a neutral spot. So you can't lose in that situation, in my opinion. Not in terms of losing money, just in terms of the game script. Okay to play Michel and James White together. Yeah, you can play them both together. That's fine. It's fine. I put Showdown on FD with 3,500 on the table. 3,500 sounds steep, but honestly, if you like the lineup, don't try and force something else in because what are you going to leave? 2,000 on the table because you went up at defense or something? So yeah, it's fine. Do you have to play Brady or Ben tonight? I think you have to play one of them. Who is captain? Says I am chicken. Man, I gave like 5 options. Brady as captain and Edelman. I don't have any interest in Brady as captain. A quarterback, so running backs and wide receivers are the captain 78% of the time in Showdown, dating back to last year when they started this. Why? Because they just score more points. If Brady goes off, there's a really good chance Edelman went off too or something like that. The only way that you're going to have a quarterback in the captain spot is if he throws 5 touchdowns to 5 different receivers. Or if he's a rushing quarterback who will have, I don't know, like look at today, Lamar Jackson. He probably wouldn't have been the captain on this slate. It would have been Hollywood Brown, who had like 147 yards, 2 touchdowns on 4 catches, right? Hollywood Brown had like, I don't know, 35 real points today, which honestly might have been the exact same as Lamar Jackson, now that I think about it. But just a situation like that. I'm only putting a quarterback in the captain spot if I think he has viable 40 to 50 rushing yard upside, like a Josh Allen, with rushing upside in terms of running in a touchdown. Like Josh Allen had 38 yards on the ground and a touchdown today, I believe. Other than that, I'm just putting running backs and wide receivers in my captain spot, and I'm going to make sure the rest of my lineup correlates. If you put a wide receiver in your captain spot, I would probably get the same team's running back. Why? Well, if that guy's going off and he has 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, there's a really good chance the running back on his team is either going to be ahead and getting more carries, or he'll be in a neutral situation and still getting normal usage instead of more usage if he was ahead. But either way, in that situation, you're not losing. Like, you're not putting a guy in your lineup who won't be getting used in the game. So if you're putting a wide receiver in the captain spot, put that team's running back in your lineup as well. Things like that. You're putting a running back, put the opposing team's quarterback and a wide receivers in your lineup. I'm going all running backs, all running tonight. I think it will be low scoring. I don't know what the Vegas total is on this game. What is it? Let's see. I think I have it actually here. So the Vegas total, at least I haven't changed this in a while, but it's not going to be low scoring. It's going to be over 50 points, which would be one of the highest totals on this entire slate. If you factor out the Monday night slate, this game right here would rank as the second highest or third highest total. So it's probably not going to be low scoring, but again, Vegas is wrong sometimes. Won't Moncrief get some nice chances with Gilmore on Juju? Yeah, he will, but Moncrief's also going to have a pretty difficult matchup. And in his career, Bill Belichick has isolated Dante Moncrief even when he's the number 2 wide receiver on teams, dating back to Jacksonville, dating back especially to his time with the Colts. But yeah, Moncrief is fine. He's just not like a priority for me. And again, I'm playing like one Showdown lineup, not 150 maxing a Showdown. It's just a burn your money special. Connor, captain, Brady, Edelman, Dorsett, Gostkowski, McDonald. Yeah, like a lineup like that sounds good. It correlates. It correlates fine, yeah. Cool. How many people are watching? Anybody have an update for me? What's the update? Can I put Sony Michel and James White in the lineup or put Moncrief instead of White? You can put them both. It's fine. 175 are watching this? Man, y'all crazy. Hey, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to bounce as soon as questions stop, so I don't know how long we've been live. 175 plus. Appreciate that, Jannar. Appreciate that. Sanjay, I believe it is. Start Edelman. Yeah, I think Edelman's good. I like Sony Michel, GPP captain. Yeah, that's fine. I think his price point's good. I think he's a captain option for sure. Cool. What else we got going on here? If you are interested in Patreon, I will drop the link now. Lots of information going on Patreon. Actually, we can do this. This link's better. This link will show you the actual packages. This is just all me. There's a lot in the NFL package. That's all in the NFL package. I'll just drop that if you're interested. I'm going to sell my own products on screen because I can. Yeah. Where we at? Any other question? Who's your top guy for MVP? All right, so I don't play FanDuel, to be honest with you, and I really don't have a top guy in the slate. I'll be honest. Like, I have looked into the slate. I've clearly made a stats dashboard and an interest and all that. In terms of captain options, it depends what your game flow scenario is. There's no top guy. It's what scenario do you think happens the best. There's no just top guy. You have to make a lineup depending on what you think happens in the game. Do the Steelers get ahead big? If the Steelers get ahead big, there's a really good chance that you're putting James Conner in the captain spot, and then you're running it back with the Patriots and some of their pass catchers. Or if the Steelers get ahead big, you're putting Julian Edelman in the captain spot. You're putting James Conner in your lineup, Tom Brady in your lineup, because, okay, they're going to have to throw the ball now in the second half. It all depends on your game flow scenario. I personally believe that my game flow scenario tonight, right now, is probably going to be that the Patriots get ahead. Sony Michel is a decent to good play, and then the Steelers are going to throw the ball, have trouble getting it to Juju because Bill Belichick isolates your number one target pretty good, and he did it against Juju last year pretty well. So, yeah, I'm going to just focus on the middle of the field for the Steelers and go from there. For these showdowns, is it better to do 50-50s or tournament? Mamba, you should only do 50-50s, or you should only do tournaments. Do not be playing cash games in a showdown slate. It is so variant. The reason that you play 50-50s and head-to-heads and single-entry double-ups, cash safer games, is to slowly build your bankroll and to not take on risk. Literally playing a showdown slate is as much risk as you can take on. If you don't have the guy who catches a touchdown, you're probably not cashing in a 50-50, which is bullshit. So do not play 50-50s. Thoughts on James Washington? I don't have interest in James Washington. He's the fourth wide receiver on this team. Can he get on the field for, 20 snaps and catch a touchdown? Sure, but I could say that about 4 other wide receivers too. Thoughts on PSU last night? I was there, LOL. Oh, you were there? Do you go to Penn State? My brother's at Penn State now. He's a freshman. I graduated this past summer. Honestly, I went to bed. I watched the first half. It was disgusting. I woke up. They won big. That's fine. I wasn't expecting them to lose the game. They've always been a second-half team under Franklin, and they're playing a shitty Buffalo team. So thoughts on them? I mean, Clifford's just going to have to keep getting more reps. He looks okay, but they haven't faced anybody yet. So, yeah. Do you play Lacoste or Izzo for New York? No, I don't. Izzo definitely not. Lacoste is in. He's not inactive. So, no Izzo, no Lacoste for me. And again, if one of those guys sees one target and catches a 6-yard touchdown, don't come back to my Twitter DMs and go, or my mentions and go, oh, you said not to play Lacoste. Yeah, I didn't, because he's not going to see much usage. Thanks, Sal. No problem, Mambo. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. So, wait, HJB, do you go to Penn State? If so, what year? If so, what major? I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, but I'm curious. Vance McDonald is a sneaky captain. Yeah, he's a sneaky captain. He's like my 4th interest, 5th interest at captain. It's just a matter of, do you think he has upside? He clearly... Do you think a player, if they're a skilled position player, has 2 touchdown upside? Sony Michel definitely has 2 touchdown upside, or 10 reception upside. So Sony Michel definitely, Julian Edelman definitely, James Conner definitely. Those guys have 2 touchdown upside. They're captain options for sure. After that, it's probably Vance McDonald as your 4th guy as a 2-catch touchdown upside. Josh Gordon versus Moncrief. Josh Gordon for me. Lamar to Hollywood Brown. Yeah, monster today. I do, yes. I'm a junior. I'm going for marketing. Oh, so you're in Smeal? I graduated from LER's 5-year business strategy program. I took out Dak and Cooler last minute for OBJ and Baker. Yikes. Or not Cooler, Cooper. F my ass, still want some money with a lot of under lineups. Yeah, that's a big yikes. Of course, not LOL. Blind faith, my brother. I used to work at Penn State games selling credit cards. Used to be selling credit cards to college kids. Man, you should have quit that gig this day you signed up. Putting young people at risk like that. Your knowledge would definitely be helpful in Prize Picks, says Tyrone Taylor. Yeah, I don't have much interest in Prize Picks, to be honest with you. I've not had good interactions with them in the past. 2 times, actually. So, yeah, I don't have much interest in them. How about McDonald as captain, Ben, Boswell, Michelle, and White? That doesn't correlate. No, it doesn't add up. Not at all. No, don't do that lineup. So what you're telling me is you think McDonald is going to go off. Vance McDonald is going to go off. Big Ben is going to play well. So if they're playing well, they're probably ahead. And then you want to put Sony Michel in your lineup, it doesn't add up. And James White, it doesn't add up. If you're putting McDonald in your captain spot, you probably have to be putting on the opposite end of that. Maybe, I guess you could look at it the other way. You could look at it like the Patriots are up big the whole game. But if they're up big the whole game, there's a really good chance Michel's the captain. So I'm trying to think on how that correlates best. Yeah, if you do think that the Patriots get up big or it's a neutral situation, I guess that lineup would work. Michel and White in the lineup together are fine because White does have pass catching upside. But if White is coming on the field a lot, it's impacting Sony Michel. So I probably actually don't get to Michel and White. Watson or Ben. What do you mean Watson or Ben? Tight end for the Patriots. He's not playing. Yeah, tight end for the Patriots. Who? Lacoste, I don't want. Izzo, definitely not. Watson is suspended. Sony as the captain, yeah, that's fine. Sony captain, Edelman, White, Brady, James Conner, and Izzo. I'm not playing Izzo, so no. Thanks, man. New to this. No problem at all. All good. How many people are watching now? I'm going to bounce in like 5 minutes so I can make a lineup. Yeah, Eckler went off. 153 and 3 tutties. Damn. Yeah, I was off Eckler. I just was. Did not expect him to have a 55-yard touchdown and get just all the goddamn usage. Who would you play, Gordon and Burkhead? I would not play Burkhead. I would play Gordon. He's fine. 164. Cool. All right, gang. I'm about to bounce. I don't know how long this has been. It's probably been like 20, 25 minutes, but that's all I expected it to be. Just wanted to come live and say what up. Did we hit 7,600, which is crazy? We already went up like 200. We've gone up like 400 subscribers in the past like 3 days. Y'all are just coming in out of nowhere. Hey, we hit 7,600. Let's see. That says 7,602. 7,600. Uh-oh. This is what I do. Ready? Every time we hit a new hundo, I screenshot that bad boy, and I put that bad boy right here. Bang. Right in the top corner. That's the goal. The next one, the next 100. What's the max number of lineups you'd enter? 1. I don't like showdowns. There's a 50% chance I don't play this slate. And if I do, I'm going to enter like 1 lineup. Showdowns are terrible. You're only playing it because you see that you can win $200,000 tonight. What you fail to see is that it's highly variant. There's a great chance you split that. And you're facing, how many other people are in this contest tonight? You're facing 78,000 other people. So if you're going to enter your 1 lineup tonight and you're going to assume that everybody has the same skill level, which is clearly wrong, because there are sharks who are entering 150 lineups that are much better than all of us. Your best chance at winning tonight is 0.001%. That's not 1%. That's a thousandth of a percent. And that's if nobody enters 150 lineups. There are going to be guys who do that. That's if nobody's better than you. There are professionals that are better than me and you and all of us. So, yeah, your odds of winning this are clearly low. You're playing it like you would never, if I told you those were your odds, if I gave you money, if you gave me money and I said, these are your odds of returning this from a stock market, you'd be like, no, you're a scam artist. So all I'm trying to say is I'm trying to help you because I know you're playing either way. I'm trying to help you actually make a better lineup for Showdown. And then, yeah, if you're that one person who binks in the 200K, you can come back and you could say, screw you, Sal. I'm rich. You're not. And then you'd be completely right. Should have just stacked all the Baltimore offense in the millie. Yeah, right? In hindsight, hindsight's the devil, right? Hindsight's the devil. All right. Cool. Sal, been with you since day one. Keep up the good work. I'm out. See you, man. Yeah, I'm a bounce too. LOL. Welcome to the Any Plays Under 4K. Thanks for your honesty. It's refreshing. Yeah, no problem, Josh Wells. What's going on, Mike Lowry? What's going on? Welcome to the What's going on, Tim Johnson? Thanks for the tips. No problem. Any Plays Under 4K. 3 guys made 3,800 last night. That's crazy lucky. Yeah, it is. Yeah, those guys that made 383K. That's crazy. Like, I would love for that to happen to somebody watching this or myself, but probably not. If the game stays close, shootout, do you think the RBs, Michelle and Connor, still get touches? Yeah, definitely. Definitely Connor. He's a pass-catching running back. Michelle's going to catch the ball more. They want to give Michelle 20 touches a game. Like, that's the way that they want to run this offense. Maybe not now that AB's here. They can do a lot different things. And they probably have to. But at least for tonight, they're going to want to give Michelle 20 touches. It's going to be it's going to be like an average to difficult matchup for him. But again, you're probably going to get a ton of touches around the red zone. So, yeah. All right, gang. I'm about to bounce. I'm out here. Best of luck. Somebody win it. If you win it, come back to me and let me know and just say, I won, you lost. So, peace out, gang.